Think you need to wait till you get to your next duty station before you buy your next home? Well, you don't. Military families buy homes every year from thousands of miles away, but with one mistake, it could cost you time, money, and a lot of stress. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that safely. Hey y'all, I'm Sondretta Green, Air Force retired, licensed in Tennessee and in Mississippi, and I help military families relocate here with confidence. So let's dive in. Point number one, before you start house shopping, let's get pre-approved first. Definitely, you need to know exactly how much you're going to get pre-approved for before you even start buying a home. So what you're going to need, what that looks like, you can work with your own lender, but I have a host of local lenders that I work with. So you can get with me if you need a lender, but if you have your own lender, you can go ahead and go with your own lender. But what you're going to need is your W-2s, your last two W-2s. You're going to need your last two LESs, so go ahead and get those together. You'll need your last two bank statements as well, and then you'll need your certificate of eligibility. Most lenders that are VA, that work with VA loans, because you're going to be using your VA loan, and remember that's no money down, but most lenders know how to pull that certificate of eligibility. But you can just go to the VA website and you can pull that certificate of eligibility there. That basically tells the lender that you are authorized and you are entitled to use the VA loan as your VA benefit. The biggest mistake that a lot of military members make is they wait until they get here or wait until they get their orders before they even get pre-approved. We want to go ahead and start early, just in case if you have any hiccups or anything like that. That way we can go ahead and know what you're pre-approved for and go ahead and start shopping right away. Point number two, you need to build boots on ground support. And so what does that look like? Hiring a trusty realtor like me, who is a relocations expert, who is an expert in this market, and who is a PCS expert. Because I served in the military, I've had to move all over just like you do. And so I understand your timelines and exactly everything that you need. And so having me to guide you as your boots on ground expert, that is definitely key. You're definitely going to also need a lender, and you will need a title company as well, and a home inspector. And so I have access to all of those partners. We will partner together to be your boots on the ground support team to make sure that you set up for success as your boots on the ground experts to help you buy your home long distance. And when you're buying from another state, your local team become your eyes and ears experts. So if you're moving to NSA Mid-South in Millington, Fort Campbell, Clarksville area, Memphis area, or West Tennessee or East Tennessee in the next few months or next year, go ahead. In my description below, I have a PCS relocation guide that's going to cover some schools, some communities, commute times. It's going to cover all of those things that most people don't even know before they PCS here. So let's go on into point number three. Point number three, video tours, not just pictures. Love with a home that you see on Zillow or Realtor.com through the pictures, but I'm going to be your eyes and ears on the ground. Pictures can hide a lot, but video tours will be able to show you what the community looks like, what the neighborhood looks like, what the home, the video tour of the home look like, and if you even need me to do a tour from the home to your work location, I can do that too, so that you can get an idea of what the commute looks like. Like I said, we can either do that on Zoom live while you're present, or I can video all this stuff and send it to you in a link so that you can review it. Point number four, research commute reality. When you're talking about a commute from NSA Mid-South or Fort Campbell and the home that you choose, I know that this could be a deal breaker firsthand. NSA Mid-South has Millington, Atoka, and Mumford. Those areas are close by. And Fort Campbell in the Clarksville area, View, Sango, and Kirkwood. So lucky for you, I'm going to attach the video after this one to queue up, because I already did a video talking about the commute times to NSA Mid-South and to Fort Campbell. And definitely this is crucial information. You know, the rush hour traffic, the different gates that you can enter in, the school traffic, just the most direct route getting to and from the work, the interstates, the exits to use. All of this information is very crucial. And then, like I said, we can go ahead and drive those so that you can see exactly what that looks like before you choose that perfect home and fall in love with it. And it ends up being an hour or 2 hours away, or the commute is just too brutal for you to stand. After serving in the Air Force for 23 and a half years, I understand exactly what you're going through. The PCS timelines, the short notice orders, and sometimes buying under pressure. So this is why I created a PCS guide for you to understand the commutes, the schools, just for you to get firsthand knowledge, a lot of information right here in one place before you even start the home buying process. So I just wanted to set you up for success. So go ahead and download the guide. It's below in the description, and I'll have it in the pinned comments below too as well. Point number 5, protect yourself with contingencies. So the first contingency that we'll deal with, you found your home, and so now we're writing up the contract. The first contingency will be your home inspection. Let's say we go through the home inspection and something alarming comes up where you're just like, you know what, I don't like the way that looks. I want to walk away. Then you can walk away and get your earnest money. Or if we get through the inspection period and we're trying to negotiate the repairs and we just can't come to an agreement between you and the seller, then you have an out with the inspection contingency. Then next, let's say we make it on through the inspection, we agree on the repairs. The next one is going to be the appraisal. And we go through the appraisal, and if the house comes in lower than the asking price, what we had offered on the contract, then you can get out of the contract or pay the difference. But a lot of times the seller may come down on price, or you could split the difference. But there's some wiggle room around that. But if you cannot come to an agreement, then you can get out of your contract. Or let's say there are some repairs that the appraiser says need to be done. The seller, a lot of times they do those repairs, but if they decide that they're not going to do any lender required repairs, and that's what the appraisal means, then you can get out of the contract and get your earnest money back. The final walkthrough. So let's say we agreed on the repairs and everything's going good. Now we get to the final walkthrough, which I usually do that the day before closing, no more than 2 days before closing. And let's say the repairs are not done. Then you can get out of the contract and get your earnest money back as well. But at the end of the day, we will be communicating through me and the listing agent to get you to the finish line to get the keys to your next home. So just because you're buying remotely does not mean that we're going to skip these steps. It is very important to have a home inspection. The lender is going to require that you have an appraisal unless you're paying cash. Then you don't necessarily have to have an appraisal. And then we're definitely going to do the final walkthrough, and we'll do the final walkthrough together via Zoom so that you are just like, feels like you're right here with me through the whole process. Bonus tip, always have a backup plan. We know in the military, things change. Your orders get canceled, you're delayed, whatever the case may be. Definitely let's have a backup plan. I know with new construction, if you're on most builders that I work with, if you put down your earnest money on your home and your orders change, then you can cancel the contract and get your money back. So definitely just be in constant communication with me if things change. Let's say your closing is delayed, or let's say you're buying a home and there's weather and the house is not complete, or let's say something goes on with the seller and it's delayed. Always have a backup plan. Are you going to stay at an Airbnb, a Verbo, Furnish Finder, where you can stay in a home that's fully furnished, or are you going to stay in lodging? Just definitely be thinking of those things, and let's always have a backup plan. So if you're relocating to NSA Mid-South in East Tennessee, the Memphis, Millington area, or Fort Campbell in the Clarksville, East Tennessee area, or let's say you're going to be moving to Mississippi, in 6 days, 6 months, or even next year, I would love to help assist you. So go ahead and schedule your free home buyer strategy session. There's my link on my calendar where you can click on that link and book your personal appointment, your one-on-one session with me via Zoom. Or there's 2 links below, one if you're buying a home or one if you're selling a home. You may be leaving the area and relocating and you need to sell. Go ahead and fill out those links and book your free home buyer strategy session. Or you can give me a call. My number is right up there. You can give me a call or send me a text to book your free home buyers or free home sellers strategy session. And somebody from my team or myself will go ahead and schedule that appointment with you. But you can also, like I said, go ahead and hit that link to book, particularly right on my calendar. And I look forward to assisting you as you PCS here to the Fort Campbell area or NSA Mid-South. I look forward to assisting you. Thank you for watching my channel. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe so that you can be the first to see my newest video. And if you know somebody that's moving here, go ahead and please share my information with them. I would love to assist them as well. My information is in the description below or in the pinned comment. And I look forward to making your move smooth and seamless as possible. Have an amazingly awesome day. Peace.